One of the most interesting things in BoxCutter is that if we were to take this cube and press G and move one over here, and press Shift D, duplicate, placing another cube on the other side of this universe, we can now try to look at these cubes and align them just basically using our view as if they're like stars in the solar system. So I'm just going to move this cube so it fits. It's the easiest way instead of rotating the view. And I'm now going to split the view so that way we can look at these in space as well. And I'll press Alt W, and what we'll do is shift click on the release lock to bring up the pop-up, and we're going to turn on release lock and release lock laser cut, which means that if we were to draw a cut, we can see what we're looking at before we click to laser cut. And we can see that we have cut this all the way across space to the other side, completely through the shape. And with the fade out time, we can see exactly what is taking place here. And so we'll draw another cut, and we will click, and we see what our results are giving us with our cut going all the way across space, penetrating both of these shapes. And this is one of my favorite behaviors of BoxCutter. It comes in handy for things of a relatively large scale, and something that I definitely see a lot of opportunities for coming up in the future. However, at this time, it is something that I do want users to be aware of and be pushing to the max. You can see that occasionally little spikes can get caught, and this is because of shortcomings of the HardOps system. So if we were to go into our behavior panel and actually turn off HardOps laser cut, and then we do that cut again, we see that it actually penetrates it all the way through. However, without HardOps, it doesn't fit formally to the shape. It actually overshoots both of them by a large margin, which will definitely ensure that you get the cut that you want, but it also makes it a little bit hard to select sometimes with Hops tool, which I'll be talking about a little bit later. So we're just drawing our shapes, just seeing what we're getting here. And this shape has received a fair amount of modification. If we look at it, it looks great in this 2D view, but this is what it is. And we look at the other one, jump all the way there, and we can't even see the first shape from where we are in the second location. In fact, they're almost a little bit hard to set up. In fact, if I ever wanted to line these up again, it would be the journey of a lifetime. But whenever it comes to BoxCutter, I just want you to know that whenever it comes to things that are so minute, so strange, so one-off, so far away, it's something that we also care about as well. And special care has been taken into this version to make sure that users are able to perform some of the most impossible types of cuts whenever it's needed to be done.